Morning, everyone. I'm Ray. I'm a senior biology major here at SUNY Paltz, and I'm going to be kickstarting this semester's Tuesday Takeovers. So, just in case you don't know, every Tuesday, a new student is going to pop on here and give you like a little inside scoop of their life, what they're doing, things they're working on. And this semester, I'm going to be kickstarting that. So, little credentials about me. Like I said, I'm Ray, a senior biology major here at SUNY Paltz. I am an RA in Cape and Hall, as well as a social media intern for the Office of Communications and Management. And I have a pretty light day today. I have only two classes. My host microbe coevolution class with Professor Lydia Bright, pretty fun class. We learn about how hosts and microbe co-evolve together over time. And my second class, my intro to theater class with Professor Wade, also another fun class. So I'm just gonna be hopping on here a few times throughout today just to talk about some of the things that I'm working on. So surprisingly, it's not as cold as I thought it was going to be today. But I wanted to talk a little bit about my role as a social media intern for the Office of Communications and Management. Basically, I work with a team of 4 other interns, and our major job is to create content for the purpose of, promoting the image of the school, promoting certain aspects of the school that, just to the general public to increase their awareness of New Paltz and the amazing opportunities that we have here. And I work alongside, like I said, 4 other interns to do that, creating, content in the form of reels or TikToks or actual picture posts or videos for, our various media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, and all of that. It's a very, very wonderful and amazing opportunity because we're very used to just, I think, managing our little smaller Instagram pages, but there is so much thought and consideration that goes into managing a much larger platform. So we work on a lot of behind the scenes stuff as well as like in front of the scenes stuff. So my face might be a little familiar because of the most recent reel that was posted on the 100-day commencement celebration. And just like a little inside scoop, my dancing might be familiar because I was the one in the Hugo the Hawk costume dancing as Hugo in like a couple of reels ago.
Keep the wheels on the track.
Hello again. So I just got back from class a few minutes ago, my host microbe coevolution class, and we had quite a fruitful discussion about bacteria in your intestine and how they've evolved to affect human beings specifically. It was a very educative conversation, but I wanted to touch on something. So usually, whenever I tell people that I'm a biology major, I think there's this expectation that I spend a lot of time in the lab doing research and like a lot of time in my books and like studying all the time, which to an extent that is true. I do spend a lot of time. I've had my fair deal of time. I spent my fair deal of time like pipetting micro volumes of solutions and doing research and studying. But a lot of times when I'm not busy, I love to delve into the world of digital media production. I really enjoy video, audio. I think in today's age and time, screens are the most effective means of persuasion and communication. And I just really love to study how we're able to capture attention and how we're able to influence people positively, of course, through the content that we produce. Hence, why I went out for this. I reached out and got this internship, and I've also been able to secure internships in the past. Last summer, I had an internship with Discovery, which was very, very eye-opening, all in the digital media aspect. It just goes to show that your major is not really a restriction on what you could be interested in. You could have a major and also have variety of interests, and you should be able to find that time to explore those interests because it makes you such a unique person. Having knowledge from all of these different fields and combining that to just in one head just gives you a very different perspective of the world. I remember in my junior year, I took a digital storytelling class with Professor Kimberly Ruth, and that was a phenomenal class, mind-blowing. I got to learn that your imagination is literally the only limitation to the kind of content that you can produce. Whatever you could think about, you can materialize it for other people to see, and I get so excited talking about stuff like that. So it was from that class I also started my podcast. 100% because of that class, because we had an assignment to create a podcast, and I just really fell in love with that process of podcast production. My podcast is called I Just Want to Know Why, and like every single episode I talk about the reason behind something that we don't generally question why, but it just happens and we've almost accepted it. It's pretty interesting stuff. I find out a lot of information that I find really interesting and just share that. maybe in the next story I'll probably post that.